Hey ya. Hey ya. Hey ya. Hey ya. Hey ya. What's up, everybody? This is Know the Truth, aka the Black Cinderella. So, today I'm coming on here real quick, like I always say, real quick, to give a shout out to all my targeted individuals, all my regular individuals, all my lovely human beings out there who are, living their life, waking up today, thanking God that they're alive, and bless your life as we know it today. So, as you see, my topic today is basically, did they actually choose us, like pick us out from a book and say, you know what, hey, I'm going to take this girl, I'm going to take this guy today, and we're going to target them? I don't believe that that is actually going on. Now, for those of you who are just now going through the beginning stages of being a targeted individual, it's actually very, very scary. It's actually very, very unsettling. And it's something that you just don't want to go through at all in your life as being a human being. Okay, so I remember one day I got my children ready for school. Okay, their school is about driving distance, about 4 minutes away. I put them in the car, took them to school, came back with the baby, and lo and behold, my whole internet device was a whole different color. The stand that it stood on, the wires, everything was changed. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Who's doing this? And you always revert to thinking it's the person that's closest to you. Maybe your kid's father or your kid's mother, your best friend, your neighbor, your mom, your dad, your sisters, your brothers. You think closely because you're wondering who the fuck could be doing such weird ass shit like this, right? So what I did when I knew something was going on and I wasn't sure exactly what it was, I packed up everything that I felt was either bugged, had some type of camera in it. And I had a lot of nice things. I had a lot of hair supplies because I love to do hair. So I had the flat iron, the curling irons, the stove that you put the iron in. I had a lot of electronics, a lot of things that you use on a regular basis that you don't think about being a non-targeted individual, that there's something wrong with it. Now, if you think about it, if there are so many targeted individuals in the world, how are they picking motherfuckers just out of, pulling a number out of a hat or picking an apple off of a tree and saying, this is who we're going to fuck with today. And so we'll see how long that they can deal with it. So what I've come to a conclusion or a realization is that most of us, or probably all of us, stumbled upon being a target individual. And it could be because we've purchased something, picked up something, got something, fixed something, broke something, went back to get something, had something, bought something, and something was already in the making. Okay. Now, what I did was when I felt that somebody was watching me or spying on me, I didn't know who the fuck, what it was, a ghost, a spirit. I didn't even know the government was behind nothing like this when it first started. So when it first started, I basically packed up all the shit that I felt was tampered with, anything that looked that they totally fucked it up. I took it to Goodwill. I put it in the trash. I took it apart. I did this for months. Okay. So what I've come to the conclusion is that a lot of us probably just stumbled upon being a target individual, not because they chose us per se, but because we stumbled across it. I like to stop at the thrift stores. I like to go to Goodwill. I like to, pick up, whatever. You figure that if you go to a Goodwill and you have a small business and you see a clock, okay, in this clock could already be a device or a camera. And unbeknownst to you as a regular human being, you have no idea that something like that is in this clock. So you buy this clock and you put it in your nice little store and you say, I'm going to sell this clock for $17. Okay. The clock is in there. At this time, the clock is already detonated. and it's already scoping the whole area, and it's ready for whomever should pick this clock up to buy it. So somebody comes into your store one day and says, "Oh my God, this clock is so beautiful. How much did this clock cost?" And then you say, $17. I'll take it. So they take this beautiful clock home, and now it's in their home. They put it on their mantle above their fireplace, and it's so beautiful. Their friends come, "Oh, I see you got a new clock. Oh yeah, I got it from the thrift store. Great." Now this clock now is activated, and it's on you. Okay, so these are the things that in my mind, as a targeted individual, Fudge Knuckle, hey sweet, how you doing? A targeted individual is a person who is being targeted, harassed on an everyday basis by probably, I'm not sure as of yet, but the government, somebody out there watching, a higher source. I don't know. It's not Jesus. It's not God, but it is somebody that's targeting us. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate you. And so I feel that most of us targeted individuals, we feel like, oh my God, we were picked, and somebody is spying on us. Some of us, I feel, have just stumbled into it. You know, you take your car to the mechanic. Something goes wrong with your car, and you take it to the mechanic, and it's, somebody fixes it, and all of a sudden now you're wondering, how come you see the same people at every location you go to? They put some type of tracking device on your vehicle. So like I was saying, I threw away a lot of stuff. I threw away things that were important to me, things that were important to my children. When we moved, I left a lot of stuff that I felt was just damaged and tainted by the things that was going on. Mind you, in the beginning of me being targeted, I had no idea what a targeted individual was or could be. Like I said in previous videos, I put together certain letters and certain things that I found around my house and put it together. And what came up with was gang stalking. And I've never heard of it, never knew of it, never cared to even know what a gang stalker was or what they did in this life. Okay. Now, when you look at a gang stalker, what do you see? You see a regular person. You see somebody who's maybe always around you where you go, everywhere you go. You see maybe the same person. You see different colors. You see what's going on. But the truth is, who knows if we're really being targeted? Just certain things that are happening in our life make it seem like we're being targeted. And the things that are happening in our life are really happening. And we can't say it's not happening, because it is. You notice things. You notice things are moved in different places. You notice things are gone. You notice things are missing, and then they return a couple days later, a few weeks later, and it's not the same. It's not quite the same. Okay. So when we say we have been chosen to be a targeted individual, there's no definite proof that we have been chosen. We could have stumbled upon it. Now, one thing I do remember is I had a little tiny baby clipper, okay, for the fingernails when the babies were little, okay? And one day I'm cleaning out the drawer, and I said, let me look at the little clipper because I'm going to save it. And when I took the clipper out, there was a black question mark in a Sharpie written on this little clipper. Mind you, it's not supposed to be there. So there's certain things that are being done that you may brush it off as, oh, maybe it was there. Maybe it was made like that. But no, it was never made like that. So we have to look at why we're being targeted. Did you do something wrong? Did you cross somebody? Did you steal something? Did you hack into somebody's computer? What exactly did you do to make these people harass you and target you, is what people are always saying. I don't know what people are always saying, because I don't talk to people about this. I'm only talking to you right now. I'm at home in the comfort of my of my living room. Who's ever listening, whoever wants to hear my story, that's great. Whoever I can help, that's great as well. But we have to know, or we have to get into our mind that if we are being targeted, if these are happening, what can we do to stop the cycle for other people being targeted? Okay. So if you say, you know what, this remote, I feel like this remote might be a camera. It may have a listening device. Hello, are you in there? Hello, hello. It may have a listening device in it. Hello, who's there? When you change the channels, they're looking at you while you're changing the channels. So instead of just merely throwing this in the trash can, what you do is you take it apart and you crush it up with a hammer. Okay. Then you throw it away. So that way anybody rummaging through the trash can doesn't find this remote and say, hey, you know what? I can use it. No, you can't, because it's been bugged by the motherfucking government or whoever is watching us. So in our mind, when you say, yeah, you're being bugged by the government or the government is watching you, people are like, what the fuck are you talking about? And I still don't know what I'm talking about. I am just speaking from experience. Okay. Experience of not understanding why this would happen to me, a single mother, to a single father, to a single person, to a married couple, to a family of 10, to the Duggards, to whoever the fuck is being targeted. Why would this happen? And how could this happen? And I don't think it's because we're picked out of a hat. I think it's because we've stumbled upon it. We've come across something that wasn't supposed to be. And now it is what it is. They say, oh, hey, you know what? We got a new candidate. Someone just picked up, this phone from a shop down the street. Someone just picked this up. So guess what? This phone is already tapped and we're already ready to get into their mind and to let them feel crazy. And that's what they want you to do. That's what they want you to do. Okay. They want you to be crazy. They want you to be just weird. And that's what they are. They're weird. And so from a person, okay, who has been harassed and stalked, who's been tortured, who's had massive headaches, who can't hold a cup sometimes and my hand just lets it go and just weird shit happens to me. And I feel that being stumbled upon is a more better way for me to come to terms with I am being targeted or I am being watched. And you think about it like, as a person, why do you want to wake up every day and feel that somebody is watching you? Why do you want to think that? You want to live your life freely. You want to be able to wake up and do the things you enjoy without somebody harassing you everywhere you go. You want to be able to go outside and water your plants without you going out there and your plants are all dead. You want to go outside and feed your, animals, but goddamn, your animals are gone. You want to be able just to be happy, but they want you to be frustrated and sad all the time and to be woe is me and to curl up in the bed. Now, I did do that. Many, the first 3 years, okay? I put curtains over my blinds, put blankets over my TV, unplugged every fucking thing, even took the switch for the whole electricity of the house and shut it all the way the fuck down. Because I knew that something was going on, but I wasn't sure what. So when I say we have stumbled upon it, we've stumbled upon it. And when you realize that something is going on, after you realize something is going on, then you focus on how to control what's going on. Because when you focus on how to control what's going on, okay, you can go out your door and you won't think about what the fuck is really going on because you want to live your life. And that's what they don't want. Once they realize that, you know what, this person right here, she's not even fucking paying attention to the shit that we're doing. She didn't even, she's acting like she doesn't notice we just broke into her house and fucked up her air conditioning duct. She doesn't realize we placed the camera in the refrigerator. Every time she opens it, we see there. She doesn't realize that, or she just doesn't care. And after a while, the targeting that may be so extreme won't be as extreme anymore because they'll get sick and tired of you not paying attention to what the fuck they're doing. And I don't know if I'm rambling or if I sound like I may be a little cuckoo, but I'm not. I've never checked myself into a mental institute. I've never complained about this to a psychologist. I've never, went to the police about anything that's happened to me. I just dealt with everything on a day-to-day basis. And as you are a targeted individual and you begin to learn about being a targeted individual, you will make the sacrifice to live your life day to day without being worried about the harassment that may come. And the harassment is uncontrollable, unbelievable. It's scary. And as I smile with my smile and trying to figure out why, it's something that we have to go through. And not only do we have to go through it, a lot of us by ourselves, because who can you tell that you feel that somebody possibly has violated you while you were sleeping? Who can you tell that when you woke up, you had 2 dots of paint which resembled eyes on the back of your neck? Who can you tell that when you went out to the grocery store and came back, there was fresh paint in your living room? Who can you tell that would actually believe you? Another targeted individual, of course. A regular human being? Because they might think you're kind of cuckoo. So when I say that a lot of us probably just stumbled upon it, you probably have. You bought a watch. Oh my God, now you're telling the time. Now the time is watching you. The time is listening to you. The time is counting down. Now the time knows who you are. Now, another thing is, I think we all get caught up with thinking that they have cameras in your house. They might. The main thing that they work with is these drones that fly above us, okay? So as a targeted individual, you know everywhere you go, okay, no matter if it's night, morning, noon, evening, there's somebody up there flying in the sky. So they don't necessarily have to have cameras in your house because they can see where the fuck you're going. And of course, they follow you everywhere you go. That's why for the first couple of years, you stay in the house because you don't know what the fuck is going on. You don't want to be bothered. You don't want to be scared. You don't want to be nervous when you go out. They're following you. I look outside my window every night. I go outside 2, 3 in the morning just to look up. There it is. 1, it could be 2, could be 3, but they're not stars. Why are they there? Are other people noticing that they're there? Or am I the only one that's being harassed with this air harassment? So stumble upon, or are we chosen? Did they choose us? I think maybe stumble upon, and then they slowly inputted everything else in your mind to think that, hey, you know what, this is what's going on. They do break into your house, that is for sure. They do vandalize your property, that is for sure. Things are happening around you that you have no clue of how and when it happened. You put up security cameras, you set up devices, on your door so you can hear the sound of them coming in and out, but at the end of the day, they still fucking do it. They're so slick. They're so sly. Anything that looks like it's a camera, I get rid of it. I used to tear shit apart. I have so many phones that I took apart and just trying to find the meaning of why this is happening to me. But for those of you that are targeted, I must say, Myron May, when I first came across his video, and the message that he was saying, everything that he said was what was going on in my life, except they took his life. But he wanted people to open up their minds about this, and it's happening. MK Ultra, covert harassment. It's all a part of mind control. It's all about how we deal with what's going on, the here and the now. So if you feel that you're chosen, or if you feel that you've been stumbled upon, the best way to deal with it is to put a smile on your face, number 1. Number 2, continue to live your life the best way that you can. Now, another incident was on my way to the Goodwill, driving in the car, and I have the kids in the car, and we're taking all this stuff to Goodwill because I got to get rid of it. And I look up and I see this like helicopter, like hovering literally like right on top of me. And I'm driving to the Goodwill. I gotta get to the Goodwill. I get to the Goodwill and I unload these boxes. I have like 30 boxes because I wanted to get rid of every motherfucking thing because I didn't want nothing tied to me, not even clothes. Buttons on your pants, zippers on your jeans, shoelaces. I mean, anything can be a device in this world, in this era. Anything is a device. It doesn't matter what it is. Nose ring, earrings, everything is a fucking device. Hair tie, device, okay? I'm driving, get to the Goodwill, and I look up, and this motherfucker is hovering right above us, okay? And I'm taking everything out. I'm trying to get rid of everything. And I hop in the car, and I get some stop off at 7-Eleven and get some ices for the kids, and this motherfucker's still in the air, okay? And ever since then, they've always been in the air. Okay, followed me everywhere I go to this day. Follow me, follow me, follow me. Everywhere I go, they following me. So, I don't know what I am. I don't know if I'm stumbled upon it or if they chose me. And I hope they unchoose me, because how long can you live with this fear or this knowledge of knowing that this type of shit is going on? How long can you continue to deal with being a target individual? How do you love someone? How do you find peace when your peace is always disrupted? Okay. They stumbled upon you or you stumbled upon them, whichever way. They know your weaknesses and they know your strengths. Okay, so what they're going to try to do is break down your strength and make you as weak as possible. A little, what is it? A little something growing. You can't grow because you have no water. You need water. You need water and you need strength. You need courage. You need love and you need God. So as we continue this day, we have to know that if you are stumbled upon, okay, just try to unstumble it. Just try to think of other ways to, reflect on your life. Don't worry about what the fuck they're doing, because that's what they want. And I think they'll get tired of it, but you'll always be targeted, I believe. They do. Mandate Reporter, they do. They want a one world order. They want everybody to bow down when they come to your town. Bow down. But I'm westward bound. And I know I may smile, but you know what? This is what I bring. I'm the happy targeted individual. I'm like the 7 dwarfs, but the 7 targeted dwarfs. I'm the happy targeted dwarf, because if I continue to live how I lived in the first 2-3 years of being targeted, I don't think I would probably be here by now. I have children to raise. I have a life to live. I have things that I have to do. Every day I step outside, I know some bullshit is going to happen. I know it. But even though it happens, you don't ponder on it. You look at it, you notice it, and you keep it moving, because that's what they hate. They keep a person who keeps it moving. Your life has to keep moving. The targeting will ease up. Trust me. It will ease up, because when they see that you're not focused on it as much as you've been focused on it. I mean, because I used to do videos, pictures, and I used to analyze and blow up and do this and do that and do that and do that. Till I drove myself insane trying to figure out who the fuck is who. Everybody that I see, you're one. But you notice a certain smell. You notice a certain look. You notice a certain smile that someone gives you. Or you notice something that somebody says is just inappropriate. You don't know me. Why the fuck are you even talking to me? So today, thank you, Mandate Reporter. I try to be. So today, as we stumble upon a new day of our life and our chapter of living, the best thing we can do as being a targeted individual is to exert kindness, because all of the motherfucking handlers or these gang stalkers, some of them just wake up on the wrong side of the bed and they have no joy in their life. They literally don't have any love in their heart, because they are a piece of shit. And they want you to become a piece of shit as well. So in order to not become a piece of shit, we have to live in happiness, and we have to wake up and we have to smell the flowers, and we have to skip to our car, and we have to, how you doing? Can I open the door for you? Let that love shine, because love is what will break the motherfuckers down. Okay? Because they have no love in their heart for what they're doing. The torture, the harassment, the electronic torture, the sky torture, the computer torture, the phone torture, everything that they do is torture. And you can't be happy torturing somebody. If you're happy torturing somebody, then your mind is really fucked up. So if you feel like you're being targeted or you're being tortured or you're being harassed, embrace it. Okay? So stumble upon, or did they pick you? Which one are you? So for today, for all my targeted individuals, for all my human beings out there, for all the people who are still living today and who are enjoying their day, Let's go with stumbled upon. Okay. Let's not think that we were chosen to be targeted, because actually nobody wants to be chosen to be harassed or sexually assaulted while you sleep, or drugged, or in your sleep you fighting demons because they got you thinking that the world is gonna end. Nobody wants to live like that. So we're going to have peace for today. So I think the word for today will be peace and love. If we have peace within our household, embrace our home, bring in the sound of ambiance or the love, or play happy music, do shit that makes you happy. That's what matters in this world. Who the So as we continue this day, I want everybody to know that I love y'all, and I hope that everyone has a beautiful day. No matter what happens, no matter who fucks with you, always keep God first and be happy that you're alive. Yes, I have seen the show. The movie. Well, the movie. I have seen it. And it is and it is true. So I have a lot of stuff to do today. It's my oldest son's birthday tomorrow. He will be 16. I have been trying to keep my other children away from the dark spirits, away from evil. I do not bring up anything of being targeted anymore. Because I feel that the children don't need to be involved in that type of experience. They don't need to be exposed to that type of shit. They may get it at school where they go, but I've learned to contain what happens to me, how I feel. I want them to live as normal as possible. I want all of you to live as normal as possible. But it's just some reason why we just can't. It's because they don't want you to. Okay? So be strong, be helpful, be mindful, be aware of your surroundings at all times, but don't let them consume your everyday life. Don't let them take away your joy. Don't let them take away who you are. Don't let them take away what you stand for, because we're going to fight. Deuces! Have a great day, everybody. I got to go. Manday Reporter. I'll encourage you every day as long as you listen to me. I love you. Have a great day. Fudge Knuckle, I love you too. And I will always love you. Ooh. You're welcome, Manday Reporter. All right, I got to go. Bye.